She left me for an influencer, got pregnant, and walked out on our son. Then karma hit hard. My wife cheated on me, left me for some influencer, got pregnant, and walked out on our son like we were just background noise in her story. But after I unexpectedly inherited millions, I turned the tables, and everything she built came crashing down. I'm 35 now. My ex, Emily, is 32. 6 months ago, my world came apart at the seams. One night, she hit me with a bombshell I never saw coming. We'd been married for about a year and a half, together for 3. Sure, it wasn't always smooth sailing, but I thought we were solid. Turns out I was living in a fantasy. We met the regular way, both working at the same hospital. She was a nurse, I'm a doctor. We worked similar shifts, started grabbing lunch here and there, and it just kind of happened. I fell hard. She was sharp, motivated, and we had that easy chemistry. You know when you just feel like you're on the same page with someone? That was us. At least, I thought it was. Fast forward 3 years, and we had a 1-year-old son. Life was chaotic in the way life gets with a baby, but it was good. I was doing long shifts, trying to juggle my career with being a dad and husband, and I thought Emily was doing her part too. Man, was I clueless. About a year into our marriage, Emily met this guy named Alex. She said he was just a friend, someone she knew through social media and her new influencer hobby. I wasn't really into that world, but I figured, hey, it made her happy. I didn't think much of it. Alex, though, he was one of those guys always flashing his cash on Instagram, bragging about being self-made, showing off his cars, watches, you name it. He was 28, but carried himself like he owned the world. Emily started spending more time with him, said it was all for networking and building her online brand. I trusted her. That was my mistake. Then one day, I came home from a brutal shift, ready to crash, and she hit me with, "We need to talk." If you've ever heard that sentence, you know it's never good. And sure enough, she laid it all out, said she'd been seeing Alex for a while and was leaving me for him. I sat there stunned. She told me I worked too much, that she didn't feel loved anymore, and Alex made her feel seen. That cut deep. I was out there killing myself to provide for her and our son, and apparently, that wasn't enough. But here's the worst part. It wasn't some slip-up or one-time thing. She had been cheating on me for months. She looked me in the eye every day, lied through her teeth, and went on like everything was fine. That kind of betrayal hits you in the gut. Then she dropped another bomb. She already had the divorce papers drawn up. She'd been planning this. The only thing holding her back was waiting to see if Alex was serious about her. Once he gave her the green light, she tossed me and our son aside like yesterday's news. And get this, she didn't even want custody of our kid. Said, "It's better for him to stay with you since I'll be too busy." Just like that. No hesitation. She was so laser-focused on her new life that she didn't even care about her own child. I felt like I was in a bad dream. She was so casual about it all, like we hadn't built a life together, like we hadn't brought a child into this world together. That kind of coldness, it leaves a scar. The divorce moved fast. She didn't contest anything. I got full custody without a fight. She didn't want the house, didn't ask for a dime, just wanted out. Like our marriage was some outdated outfit she couldn't wait to toss in the trash. The months that followed were rough. I was hurt, angry, and honestly lost. I kept asking myself what I'd done wrong. But over time, I came to see it clearly. This wasn't about me. She wanted fame, money, attention, and Alex promised her all that. Then I found out the truth. Remember I said she got pregnant shortly after we split? Yeah, turns out she was already pregnant before the divorce was final. The math didn't lie, it wasn't mine. A mutual friend told me she announced it right after the papers were signed. Like she couldn't wait. That didn't bother me as much as the fact that she never checked in on our son. No calls, no visits, nothing. Like he didn't even exist. That's what stung the most. I had to come to terms with the fact that she never really loved us the way I thought. It was painful, but it made it easier to let go. I needed that bitterness. It helped me move forward. So there I was, a single dad trying to rebuild. I figured that was it, the worst was behind me. But life had one more curveball for me. A good one this time. About a month after the divorce, I got a call that changed everything. When I told Alex the truth about the birth certificate. That was it for him. Done. Over. They had this massive blowout fight, and he didn't hold back. He laid it all out. How she tried to manipulate the whole situation, using me to cover for her mess. Emily, of course, tried to spin it, claimed she was doing it for the kids, said it was all for the greater good. But Alex wasn't buying that one bit. He saw straight through her. She only started acting like she cared when it served her image. Suddenly, she wanted to be this perfect mom, building a beautiful blended family. But really, it was just about keeping up appearances, a fake little show for social media. I didn't get every detail of the fight, but from what I heard, it got real ugly. Alex had believed she was this sweet, loyal partner. Once the truth came out, that illusion was gone. He was furious, being used, being lied to. It crushed him. And here comes the kicker, and I know I said no more kickers, but this one really knocked the wind out of me. Alex ended the engagement, just like that. And it wasn't just the birth certificate thing that pushed him over the edge. It was everything. The manipulation, the lies, the way she abandoned her own son while chasing the influencer lifestyle, pretending to be something she wasn't. He realized if she could lie about this, who knows what else she'd hidden. I didn't feel sorry for her, not even a little. She got exactly what was coming to her. She made her choices, and now they were coming back around. The irony of it all, she dumped me for this better life with Alex, thinking she was trading up, but now she was losing everything because of her own lies. Call it karma. After that, Emily disappeared. No more posts, no more drama, nothing. It was like she dropped off the face of the earth. I figured she was trying to come up with her next move, but I didn't care. As long as she stayed gone and stopped screwing with my life, I was good. Alex never replied to the email I sent. Didn't need to. I got the whole story through mutual friends and the grapevine. The damage was done, and honestly, I think he was just as relieved to be done with her as I was. It felt like someone finally lifted this huge weight off my chest. Her little plan backfired, and for the first time in a long while, things were finally moving in the right direction. I had full custody of my son. Emily was out of the picture, at least for now, and I didn't have to worry about her dragging us back into another mess. Sure, I knew she'd probably come sniffing around again someday. People like her always do. But for now, I was just glad to enjoy the peace and quiet. Part of me was curious. What was she gonna do next? Go crawling back to Alex? Beg for another chance? Or latch on to some new guy to start the whole thing over? Honestly, it wasn't my problem anymore. She made her bed. Now she was gonna lie in it. Meanwhile, I had one focus: my son. After everything we'd been through, I was more determined than ever to give him a good life. No more drama, no more chaos. But just when I thought things were settling down, about a week later, she came back. This time, she wasn't alone. She brought a lawyer with her. I opened the door, and there they were. I had no clue what to expect, but I definitely wasn't ready for what she handed me. Paperwork. She was giving up custody of our son. I just stood there, stunned. Yeah, she hadn't been around much, barely visited, showed no real interest since the divorce. But to just sign away custody like that? It was cold, ice cold. I asked her why, and what she said next hit me harder than I thought it would. She said it was best for our son to only have one parent, that she was going to be too busy with her new baby. And then she admitted something that'll stick with me forever. Said seeing our son the other day made her realize she wasn't attached to him anymore. Like she just moved on from being his mom. Just like that. Like it was nothing. Like she was canceling a gym membership or something. I felt sick. My heart broke for my son. He's too young to understand what's going on. But one day, he will. And when he does, I hope he knows it wasn't his fault. She walked away. Still, I didn't stop her. If that's how she felt, if she truly didn't want to be in his life, then maybe it was for the best. He deserves better than someone who sees him as an inconvenience. We sat down with our lawyers and finalized everything. Full custody was mine. No fight. No drama. She didn't even want visitation rights, said it would confuse him if she was in and out of his life. Before she left, I asked about the baby she was having with Alex. I wanted to know if she'd ever do the paternity test. She just shrugged and said she'd get around to it after the baby was born. If it turned out to be mine, we'd figure something out. But if not, she didn't want to hear from me. Neat little box. That's what she wanted, to pack it all up and move on like none of it mattered. Fine by me. I wasn't getting dragged back into her chaos. Not again. About a month later, I got an email from Alex. First time I'd heard from him since all this blew up. He apologized for everything and told me they'd done the paternity test. The baby was his. Honestly, I wasn't surprised. I'd always suspected it, but hearing it confirmed was a weight off my shoulders. What really got me, though, Emily had known all along. She knew the baby was Alex's before she ever showed up at my house, trying to pull me into her plan. She played both of us, lied to both of us. Alex told me that once the results came in, he ended things with her for good. Said he couldn't trust her anymore. Can't say I blame him. She lied, manipulated, took advantage of everyone around her, and now she was alone. Apparently, she stuck around trying to fix things,